everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Jenny here from So Busy Drawing. I hope everybody's keeping well. In today's video I'm going to share with you my hexagon quilt that I'm making, well, trying to make anyway. Before that, just wanted to share with you I took part in the Zen online retreat workshops. And I took part in the workshop by Miriam, which is creating these goddesses, which are just absolutely beautiful. So mine is a little water healing goddess, and I have done a little video of this on my Instagram page, which is So Busy Drawing. So yeah, so various stitches. This is for the waters, healing the waters. I'm doing 4, well possibly 5, because this is the one going to be for the fire element. This will be for the wind, for the air, and then I've got one more which is under here, which I need to prep up, and that will be for the earth. I wasn't able to download the template. I missed doing that, so I just made my own. So I've just cut out some paper in the shape and then work with that. And then I'll do so that's going to be 4 of them, and then I'm going to do like a spirit one as well. I absolutely love these, and people have made absolutely beautiful ones. And there is a Facebook page, I think it's the Zen workshops, is it? Zen online, but yeah, if you pop it in, you'll find it anyway. Yeah, so I've made them. What else have I made? Oh, I've also made a little fairy. I'm going to go and get her because she's downstairs, and I'll show you her. So these are mine. These are ones I made. I made this one last week. So just get random things in my head, like make a fairy, make a goddess, do a bit of sewing on your quilt. So yeah, so I just go with it. Yeah, so this is my little fairy I made, and she's made from a silk flower, some fabrics that I had, and felt, and little ribbons in her hair, and a little of heart there for her wings. So that's that one. And this one I made, and this was this another fairy, and she's made, she was inspired by the pattern, is it Soul Fire Crafting? Was it Crow Fire Soul Crafting? Anyway, I'll make a link in the box below so you can go and have a look. So there's another fairy that I made. She's a bit more abstract. She's got a little net on here for a dress, different stitches again. And then as you can see, the pattern, my style of work is, you know, you can see it's all like patches and then various stitches, lots of colour. And the majority of my work anyway, lots of colour. And that's her little wand, and she's like the flower fairy. So she's spreading magic over the garden. So this is a little fairy. And then I made that one a little while ago. Everything I make is a little while ago. And then I decided to share it now. And I made this one. And she is the sunshine one. And she has got citrine crystals inside her. And she's all about bringing a bit of joy and a bit of sunshine, upliftment, positivity, showing a bit of joy. So that's her little mission. So that's another one. And she's got a lovely love heart on the back. And I've got this lovely textured material, which is just really nice and soft. So you can hold her or you can hang her up. But that's another one. So I will be making more of these. But I love making these little dolls because I made, if you remember in my journal as well, my nature journal, I made a spirit doll. And I tucked her inside the pocket. So I do make these now and then, but I love making them. So when I saw this one by Miriam, I was just like, yes, definitely got to make one of these. And I love the meaning behind them, and you know what people have put behind theirs, and you know, like all their little missions and things, and they bring a bit of comfort or joy. But yeah, but this is mine, and she's called Ursula. Her name just popped into my head, and yeah, so that's her little role. So she's my intention for Ursula is to bring healing for the waters, and that's just on some bit of canvas material I had, and I've got some inks, and I just went over it with a bit of blue. So that's the first one. That's her. So a few more of them to make. What else was there? Right, so what I've gone back to working on is my quilt. So I've already got a stash here of ones that I've already made, like the flowers, which I'm really pleased about. But this is where my measuring, you know, isn't like, what's the word? Isn't perfect, which is absolutely fine. But I just need to know how to get around this, because I don't want to take these all apart. So as you can see, on some of them, I'm a little bit over, tiny bit, look at that. So I'm trying to figure out a way how to get around it. So yesterday I got out all these ones that I prepped earlier. Let me move those to the side. So I got all these that I've prepped, like I've cut out the hexes as well, and then the bits of fabrics that I've got I cut out as well. So they're all ready, and then these as well, which I've prepped as well. I mean, I've had these a while, but I just really, because that was one of my missions to this channel, was not, you know, to share my work, but also to finish off projects. So I just want to do them and get them done. In a, you know, not rushing to get them done, but just to sort of try and complete as many as I can, and the ones that can be completed. Because some of the bigger ones, I'm not going to try. I want to make another. I make a, what's it? A cantha quilt next. I want to make one of those next. So yeah, so it's just trying to, you know, just, you know, tidy up some of these. So I pulled some pieces apart. I put some pieces back together, and this is where I am now. So yeah, so I'm trying to think, is there a way around that rather than me taking them all apart? So if I just put these ones together, that's the ones I was working on. So what I did, I cut out a template shape. If I can find it, here it is. Which isn't, I think it's just under, I think that's just under 4 inches, I think. Let me have a look. No, it's not, is it? That's 4. Or maybe it's a bit bigger then. Maybe it's 5. But anyway, it's not, because this, I bought this, I thought, oh, I really like the idea of quilt, I should go. Oh, maybe it is 4. Right, so, if you can see, it's not quite, see how it's slightly off? My template. It's slightly off. Which means then, these that I've made are all slightly off. So, what I was trying to do was trying to match them up where I get them. See, that might be, and this is Paper Piece Quilting, and there's loads of YouTube videos out there which you can follow, but I wanted to have a go making one of them. And this is where this is where my problem is with measuring. So I get a little bit, so this is why, I mean, I love quilts, and it sort of just puts me off. But then I've come across a chap, he was on oh, what's his name? Oh gosh, I'll have to link his name. But he does quilts which is brilliant, because they said they don't have to be perfect. And I thought, oh, it's really lovely, because it just takes that pressure off of trying to get everything absolutely, you know, that it's got to be absolutely perfect, because that's just the impossible, isn't it? I think so anyway. So I think, you know, the whole point of this is to enjoy the process, and if I come across a little problem, how to get around that little problem. So I've got like, I don't know how many of these I've got loads. See, I'm going to be right off there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and bring it a bit closer. Yeah. I've only got a small desk, that's why everything's sort of cramped on here. But if I do that there, and then... So I'm not sure how to... It's a bit frustrating. Yeah, so that's my little dilemma about how I'm going to get around that. So if anybody's got any ideas, I mean, like I said, I really don't want to take all apart, because I've got loads. I've done loads. I've prepped up loads already, and this is going to be for a quilt cover. See, I've got loads. And I know what I did as well, which was a bit like, I don't know what's gone on here. I drew my template out. So I drew around these templates, and I put 6, I just get 6 on the paper, put them through the copier, and then they come out bigger. And I haven't changed it on the copier, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, so I've got loads, which are just really lovely. I'm really pleased how they've turned out. So yeah, so that's my that's what I'm doing at the moment. So all I've done with mine is so how I make these is I've got my template. You can buy live in print. I mean, I've got these at a later stage, a later date, and I've started making these ones before I've got this one. So I thought, well, I'll just stick to my template, what I've used, and see if it makes a difference. But then what I was having to do was go in on some of them and cut them back. Yeah, so really, yeah, so that's there. It doesn't help that I haven't got to work on a really small surface either. So I suppose, I mean, I've just thought what I could do actually is, if there is a bit of a gap, it depends when I stitch them together. If there is a bit of a, so it's going to go like that. Yeah. So what I could do actually, I could stitch it together, and if there is a bit of a, you know, if there is a bit off, maybe I could do a stitch over it. You know, like a fly stitch or a blanket stitch or something. I haven't planned to do that, but I'm just thinking I'm going to have this problem all the way through. Yeah, that could be a solution. But yeah, just to see if anybody has any ideas of what maybe what I could do to get around this. Yeah, so how you do these, like I said, there's lots of videos. How I've been doing mine is obviously not measuring correctly, but anyway, so get some paper, cut your shape out. See what I mean? Look, that's a printed one. So this is what I'm having to do, is go back in and just trim them up. Let's get a pen. So that's my template. I'm going to just trim that up. Don't use them scissors, use these scissors. It's still off. Oh dear. Right. Ooh, it's getting a bit frustrating really, because I just really wanted to get, you know, crack on with it. Get loads prepped up and then just sit and sew, which would be lovely. Because I could sit outside in the garden in stitches when it's, I have been struggling with the hay fever actually as well. So hence the door windows are shut. It's quite warm, the windows are shut. So that's, yeah, so there, so you get your template. This is paper piecing. I'm basting using glue, and I'm just using the Pritt Stick glue what I've got. I haven't got any of the glue, so I've just used that. So you cut your fabric out, put your piece down. Should seal down. I'll have to glue off this one. Glue off that one. I think you can get them already pre-cut as well, but I just wanted to have a go doing it, you know, myself. My own little challenge. Right, you just put that aside to dry. It's sealed down, and that's it. You can baste it as well with stitches. You can get just some thread and a needle, and then just go around and stitch to keep the fabric secure. Not just glued. And then that's that one there. And then to put them together, let's get some of these. Because I'm on all lots of different colours, I'm just putting them wherever. See what I mean now? See how we're coming up short or too long, like that. Now it's a bit too long. This is what I've been doing. So unless my actual templates, there you go, that's probably all right. So we're going to put those two together. Needle and thread. There we go. Like that, facing each other, and then it's just a little stitch on the top. You're trying to just pick up the top fabric, top little bit of fabric. And we're just stitching along to secure them. I mean, what I might do actually is just keep going and then put them all together and then just see how it looks. And if there's any big sort of gaps in that, maybe go over with a stitch you know, like feather stitch band, like a feather stitch blanket stitch or so, or a bit of trimming. So all it is little tiny stitch, and you're just trying to pick up the little bit of fabric rather than the paper. Because eventually, if I've done that right, the paper should come out, and I don't know if that's going to happen on mine. But yeah, I find like this is, I've always struggled with numbers. I remember a little while ago my mum found my school reports when I was in reception. So and it says Jennifer has a fear of numbers, and I've always struggled like with maths, numbers, measuring, and I wanted to do fashion design, but I mean it didn't really get followed up. But you know, even making things like clothing or things like that. So you see we're just going on there. Just a little tiny stitch. I mean, like this is the way I'm doing it. So this isn't, you know, like I say, there's tons of videos out there showing you how to do it. But this is how I've done mine. But I laid it out on my bed and I thought, oh, that's really nice. What I've done so far. And again, it's a lovely scrap buster. Just so you can see it. Oh, and I've got, do you know what I've got as well? I've got pigeon. Made a little nest in the tree outside above in my fairy garden. I saw this little pigeon flying across my window and I thought, what are they doing? And I thought, oh, it must be a nest. And then I found it, and we can see it. You can see it from my top landing window. And yeah, and I found out actually, because it's very rare that you see baby pigeons. And my daughter told me they're called baby pigeons, are actually called squabs. And they're literally fully grown when they leave the nest. And it's all done with about 4 weeks. So I thought, wow. So yeah, so that'd be interesting. But I mean, it's so lovely. So I love the birds. All of nature. I mean, I'm doing this one a bit, you know, I'm trying to concentrate being up close to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And then when you come near the end, you get your next one and you do the same process again. So that's that one. Let's see how yes, that sits nice. So now this, what I'm having to do is to find another one that just sits as nice, which is that one. That one sits there nice bit. That one's a bit. Whereas if it was more like, look at that one, try that one. So if it was cut more in, if it was cut the right size, I wouldn't be having this problem now. It's a tiny bit over. Can you just see that? It's a tiny bit over. But I suppose them tiny bits will affect everything else, won't they? So yeah, so if anybody's got any tips on how to sort of get around that, because like I said, I don't want to take it all apart. I'm going to keep going, just keep going with it. Or the other idea I had actually, if it is going to be such a big problem, is that maybe I've seen like maybe just do one. I think they're called like flowers, aren't they? So hex flower is one like that, and then just on backing material, and that'll be a square. So just for an example. Just going to grab a bit of this, and I'm not going to use white, but I just want to show you for an example. So that one would be, because my plan was to sew them all together to make one big hex quilt. So that one there, and then that would be one, and then another square, and that would be another one. So do it like that. That's another option. But then I suppose what I was going to say actually, what colour would I use for a back? But then what I could do, just another idea, is I could just pick up blocks of the same, like say a block of red, do red, block of yellow, and then a block of another colour. But sort of all the colours that I've got, I could do it that way. So yeah, but yeah, so that's a couple of ideas, my ideas. But if anybody's got any other ideas, that would be great. Because I've made so many and I've stitched, and I've done loads of stitch. I haven't done these, I've done these. I'm trying to think when I did these. Didn't write a date down. But yeah, so I've got about, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you know what, about 16? I've got 16. I've got one, like a couple here, 16. 16 of these already done. So yeah. So that's where I'm up to. Yeah, so if anybody's got any ideas or suggestions about how I could get around that little problem, I think what I'm going to do is just keep going, because I don't, like I say, I'm not going to take it all apart, because I've done like, I'll just have to sort of do like this, won't I? Just figure it out. Yeah, so that's my video for today. Yeah, any thoughts or comments, please leave them in the box below. Yeah, and let me know what your thoughts are, and yeah, got anything else to say, I don't think. Yeah, so thank you ever so much for watching, and you know, hello to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, pop them in the comments below, and then I'll have a look through, and then I'll do another video. And because what I might have done by then, I might have sewn some of these together and just see how it's going. I mean, even if yeah, I might do that. Yeah, so I'll do a full video of this. But yeah, like I say, there's lots of videos on patchworks and hex quilting, etc, etc. This is my interpretation, which obviously isn't absolutely perfect, but I don't mind. It's a problem, there's always a solution to the problem and to get around it. So yeah, so that's my little sewing dilemma for this video. Okay then, thanks for watching, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.